Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Help promote and rank up my channel. I talk movie and entertainment news, do trailer reactions, movie reviews, TV show reviews, all that good stuff. So why The Last Man?
Man!
With that trailer, why?
What?
Why The Last Man? When that trailer dropped, and my condolences if you enjoyed the show. Sucks, but I had no interest in the show at all, because it was motivated simply by gender politics. The whole thing, it was just motivated by that. Everything about it. Had this come out in the early 2000s, it wouldn't been so bad. But the timing for this is just horrible, and the reason why it came out when it did, which is now, is because we're in a society, in a time where there's all this social commentary constantly thrown in your face about gender this, gender that, just obsession. And it's distasteful, it's off-putting, it's absolutely everywhere, all over entertainment. All these stupid political issues being shoehorned in, like vaccinations. You know, that show You on Netflix. My fiance was watching it. They had this whole episode about vaccinations. About somebody didn't get their measles vaccination, and it just absolutely terrible. So transparent, social commentary can work when it's done right, but when you're telling stories that are just driven by that alone, or they're not happening organically, it's not natural, it's because you're trying to make political statements, it's just god-awful. God-awful. So, why The Last Man? Canceled. Season 2 canceled before Season 1 even finishes airing. After years of delays, FX on Hulu will not move forward with Why The Last Man Season 2, though showrunner Eliza Clark wishes to find a new home for it. And I hope you don't, because all this social commentary stuff and all this just circle jerking, shoehorning Europe brand of politics in there, and then complaining about it when it fails, because guess what? You did it for you and the people that work on your show. You were more concerned about, your agenda in appealing to that Hollywood circle that's all about the same agenda. Well, then it fails because your casual viewers, your regular audience, they don't care. They don't want to hear it. They don't live in the same elitist circle for you. All this stuff about diversity and inclusion, all that is saying is that we need to prop up the minority who and amplify their voice or amplify their presence when they're the minority and they're not the majority of the country, but we need to prop them up over everybody else based on something that sounds Islamophobe in the first place. So this show ended up getting canned. It tells the story of showrunner Eliza Clark announces FX and the Hulu series has been canceled before Season 1 even comes to a close. The small screen adaptation of Brian K. Vaughan and P. Guerrera's acclaimed comic book series was long in the works before it even premiered in September. Why The Last Man explores the fallout of a cataclysmic event that kills every mammal that possesses a Y chromosome, save for one cisgender man.
Oh my God! Einhorn is a man!
Named Yorick. And if you don't believe me that it's driven by politics, it's motivated by political agenda, look at this statement. Eliza Clark, showrunner. My statement on Why The Last Man in Season 2. We have learned that we will not be moving forward with FX on Hulu Season 2 of Why The Last Man. I've never in my life been more committed to a story, and there is more left to tell. Why The Last Man is about gender, about how oppressive systems inform identity. We had a gender diverse team of brilliant artists led by women. Gender diverse, but led by women. I mean, ultimately, women that shoot for this type of stuff are very sexist, and they just point the finger. It's called projection and transference, and they just led by women. Very gender diverse team, but it was led by women. At almost every corner of our production, it was led by women. Producers, writers, directors, cinematographers, production design, costume design, stunt coordinator, and more. It is the most collaborative, creatively fulfilling, and beautiful thing I have ever been a part of. We don't want it to end. Well, here's the thing. Audiences, I guess, didn't respond well. So while it may be fulfilling for you,
watch a few movies, take a few notes. It was fun.
It wasn't fulfilling for them. It wasn't enough for them. And oftentimes that's because these Hollywood people live in an alternate reality. They think the biggest concerns are propping up people based on their race and their sexual identity. No, that is not some of the biggest concerns. People are worried about paying their bills. Considering the lengthy development process why The Last Man endured on its way to television, this abrupt cancellation is quite the blow. Check previously said that she envisioned why The Last Man continuing for 5 or 6 seasons at least. Wow, now the showrunner isn't even being granted a season 2, though it isn't quite clear as to what led FX to pull the plug. Why The Last Man earned generally positive reviews upon its debut and received special praise for its trans inclusion approach. That makes the series even more disheartening. So it was doing well, but they pulled the plug on it? Maybe there was behind the scenes issues with this creator or her team. At the same time, why The Last Man won't be continuing with FX, Clark appears to be hopeful that it can find a new home elsewhere, probably Netflix. Comic book adaptation like this could be perfect for other streaming services like Netflix, which has all kinds of social commentary. That's right up their alley. They could definitely save this show for you. If you like this show, I guarantee you Netflix will most likely save it. But there's no guarantee it will get picked up by either. Shows with strong fan bases have managed to find new life elsewhere, with the most recent example being Manifest over on Netflix. Perhaps if Why The Last Man audience make their voice heard, the series will be revived. Well, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Did you like this show? If you did, it sucks that it got canceled, and that's weird. They say that it was positive, but a lot of times they will lie to protect certain shows that have certain agendas or narratives. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Stay awesome. Rock on.
Man!